generally called stun locking an enemy and lets you just wail on foes without needing to worry about them fighting back. One way to fix this is to give enemies a stat that stops them from being stunned until you do enough damage. Dark Souls calls this poise, while most fighting games call it super armor. Another way is to have some form of stamina, like in Nioh, to stop you from infinitely spamming attacks. Or you could have multiple enemies attacking you at once, so you can't focus all of your time on one enemy and must block and dodge those incoming foes. Or you could just make certain attacks impossible to interrupt or let enemies break out of stun lock. I mean, it's not very hard to implement, designers just have to remember to do it. Basically, we don't want the player to aggressively chew through enemies without ever thinking about defense. But we also don't want players to hide behind their shield, waiting to pull off parries. An exciting and dynamic back and forth between offense and defense should be encouraged at all times. And really, the main way to encourage this sort of behavior is through interesting enemy design. Enemies should test you on both your offensive and defensive skills, with a wide range of foes that move in different ways, attack at different speeds, and can block, dodge, and perhaps even parry your moves. Plus, the player should be prioritizing different enemies, like focusing on attacking those who can attack from a great distance, or quickly killing off healers who can respawn fallen enemies. Picking your targets is yet another thing to think about. These enemies should be given clear designs with distinct colours and easily readable silhouettes, so players can learn which enemies are capable of which attacks, and then pick them out from a crowd with ease. Plus, those all-important anticipation frames should be hugely exaggerated on enemies, because they should be telegraphing upcoming attacks. Other games like Bayonetta also use sound and visual effects, like glitz on the enemy's weapon, to give you a heads up that an enemy is about to strike. Handy when the game is just buckets of visual stimuli being pumped into your eyeballs. What designers want to avoid, I think, is enemies that can only be killed with very specific moves. This essentially crushes all those tasty options we just came up with down to just one dominant strategy. However, enemies that are resistant to certain attacks, like big brutes who can't be parried in God of War, are good because they force you to use other moves and strategies. Because interesting enemies are a major way to encourage you to use the full moveset on offer, and not just rely on the same few attacks or a couple memorable combos for the entire game. But there are more ways to do that, like how Fury gives you some health back if you pull off a difficult parry, or how Transformers lets you do a high damage vehicle attack at the end of successful combos. Of course, the most obvious way to achieve this is through a scoring system, as seen in pretty much every Clover and Platinum game. These give you points for pulling off combos, mixing up your attack patterns, and fighting enemies in quick succession, but remove points for taking damage. A scoring system allows novice players to get through the game with simple button mashing, but bad grades, but provides an extra challenge for those who have learnt all the intricacies of the combat system. One other way to make sure you're using every tool in your arsenal is to have enemies adapt to your playstyle. It's not something we've seen in a lot of action games, but it cropped up in last year's Middle-earth Shadow of War. In one memorable battle, an enemy got wise to me jumping over its head and so started to deflect that move, forcing me to find another option, namely shooting him in the arse. So you've made lots of distinct attacks, and you've crafted some great defensive moves, and you've used interesting enemy designs to keep a good balance between offense and defense, but your game still sucks. Why? Well, it probably just doesn't feel very good. Hits feel weak, and counters don't have that crunch that makes you feel like you just pulled off the most difficult move in all of gaming. So to properly provide this feeling, action game developers spend huge amounts of time on art, animation, and sound to really sell the impact of every attack you make. So remember those 3 animation phases I talked about earlier? Well, they're also used to make attacks feel more impactful. Check out this ridiculously satisfying punch finisher from Resident Evil 6. If we break it down, there's a huge wind-up where Chris leans back, then a very quick snap to the enemy's face, a brief pause upon impact, and then a lengthy recovery where Chris's arm hangs in the air afterwards. This is the secret to a good, crunchy attack. Huge anticipation. In God of War 3, we even get some cheeky slow-mo at the start of heavy attacks to increase the animation frames. Then a very quick strike towards the enemy. In Rise, this is so fast that huge chunks of the animation are cut out. From one frame to the next, your sword can travel great distances. Then a brief moment to pause upon impact. In Transformers, the 2 characters stay in the exact same pose for 3 frames upon impact. And finally, a hefty recovery to show that your hero really put their all into that attack. And all of this can be accentuated with visual effects like coloured lines of motion, which are super prominent in God of War, and also help explain the unique shape of each attack. Or blurring the screen upon impact, big sparks and other fireworks, the enemy flashing red, or playing a hurt animation, or being bounced off to the other side of the room, and of course, some good, crunchy sound effects. Here's a great video about making a powerful punch sound from scratch. So, what makes a good combat system? Well, ultimately, an action game is all about making decisions, about which enemy to hit, where to stand, which attack to use, and when to use it, plus how to react to incoming attacks. In some games this can be quite thoughtful and considered, in others you're making these decisions at 1,000 miles an hour. These games might be overcome by just mashing buttons, but good enemy design and addictive scoring systems push you to be more precise in your movements. But every design decision must be made carefully to contribute to the overall feel of the game. Everything from the camera, which swoops out wide and free-flowing fighters but hangs in close for one-on-one brawlers, to the stickiness of your character, to the use of animation cancelling, to the generosity of when you can parry moves, should all fit each game's unique feel and flow. And on top of all that, the game should just feel amazing to play, with all sorts of subtle animation tricks to make every attack hit as hard as a truck. Nail all that, throw in some innovative new mechanics, and you might just have a combat system worthy of the greats. Thanks so much for watching. In the future, we might be able to look at some specific games to see how their melee systems are designed to fit a specific style of combat. For now though, let me know your favourite combat systems in the comments below. GMTK is supported by viewers just like you who kick a few dollars a month my way over on Patreon.
Why did I deal damage? V3 counters? Yes, how am I using a gun?
But even still, this one can definitely compete with some actually proper Zelda dungeons. It's got fun and lengthy puzzles, and look, it's even got the mirror shield. Kinda. It just feels like a good Zelda dungeon. At first I thought it was possible to skip the first part of the dungeon by ascending, but I later learned that you're forced to do it because you have the guide read you through it. No skipping that, you cheaters. Gotta finish it properly. This dungeon is just all around perfect for the type of world and structure that Des had set in place. Even the boss is great. Queen Gibdo is a pretty memorable and challenging fight. Every time I fought this boss, either in the main quest or in the depths, I've seemed to struggle just a little bit. That's a good thing. That's what I want. But you know what's even cooler? That's not even the last dungeon. I know! That's awesome, right? I was so happy to see that this game doesn't just end after 4 dungeons like it does in Breath of the Wild. In fact, there's a lot more. After you've done the 4 phenomenon, you go to talk to Purah, who reports you that she saw the only for real up at Hyrule Castle and that you should go check it out. Doing just that leads on a wild goose chase where you keep going after Zelda, but wave after wave of monsters keep appearing. You fight your way through and finally make it to Zelda, only to find out that, uh-oh, it wasn't actually Zelda, it was Ganondorf pretending to be Zelda. I completely never saw that coming. Ganondorf has his phantom counterparts fight you, and just before the fight gets too difficult, all of your companions come into your aid. With Ganondorf temporarily gone, Purah finds out that there's a fifth companion, or in the story's case, a fifth sage, that we have to find, and that we should go talk to the Zonai research team in Kakariko to find some answers. This leads to a rather lengthy quest where you have to find these garments that help you clear the clouds of thunderstorm that is plaguing Thunderhead Island, where the fifth sage is supposed to be. You clear the way and make your way to the top, navigating through the treacherous thunderstorm and making your way all the way to the end, where you find a Zonai head that has you bring it back to the surface that then unlocks a path to the depths, in turn unlocking the fifth and final dungeon, the Zonai Construction Factory, also known as the Spirit Temple. This got me so excited when I was playing. I was totally under the impression that I was done with the game after the fourth dungeon, and to find out that there's a fifth hidden one that only opens up after completing everything else, what's that? You can just stumble across the dungeon by blindly flying into Thunderhead Island? No! Okay, alright, okay. I gotta admit, that's pretty cool, but come on. Miss out completely on the build-up if you do that. I tried this in my second playthrough just to see what happens, and after you do it and you go back and talk to Purah, she's just like, what? There's a fifth sage and you didn't tell us? Well, I guess go kill Ganondorf now or whatever. For as great as a game as it is, it just keeps beating me down. Let's actually talk about the Spirit Temple. The idea here is that you are building a construct and you need to go find 4 of its pieces and bring them back to put together, which that is a cool idea. No button or concept of button, just figure out how to bring an object from point A to point B without losing it. That's nice. Some of these puzzles are pretty challenging too. I had to really think for a couple of them, and it was honestly kind of refreshing. Even though some of my ideas were completely stupid. But after you get all of the pieces for the construct, you get to control it and take it to the boss area. And at first, this seemed like a really cool idea. A mech that you get to control and put whatever weapons you want on it, that's crazy. Then you try using the Thane and you realize how slow and cumbersome it is. I feel like it would have been a lot easier to just walk and attack on your own. Either that or I just didn't fully grasp the usefulness of the construct. Once you bring the construct to where it needs to be, you get to fight what is most likely the worst dungeon boss in this game. It's a construct versus construct ring-out match. Not too exciting, unfortunately. Yet again, might have something to do with the weird way the construct works. The construct isn't the only thing that works weirdly. Pretty much all of the companions are the same way. I waited to talk about this now because I wanted to talk about what all of the other companions do first. While I enjoy the idea of having companions fight with you and the idea of having new abilities to use when they're in your party, the implementation is actually garbage. In order to use one of their abilities, you have to physically walk up to one and press A. And while that sounds easy enough, their AI is kinda screwed. When they're not busy staring at an enemy and hitting it once, they like to just straight up run away from you, causing you to have to chase them down in order to activate their ability. But you might accidentally press A on someone else and completely waste their ability. It's a really dumb system that I think could have easily been fixed by some sort of button combination, like holding trigger down and pressing X or something like that. I have no idea why they went the route they did, but it was ultimately the cause for me to completely abandon my companions after beating the game, since they were more trouble than it was worth. Except for Tulin. His ability actually triggers in the air without you having to be facing him, essentially making him the only good sage. And while we're talking about these guys, is it me, or do their abilities suck compared to Breath of the Wild? I think that's the one thing that I can say Breath of the Wild had right that Tears of the Kingdom dropped the ball on. Pretty much all of these abilities suck except for Tulin's, and he wishes his could be like Revolving Scale. But enough about all that. Let's wrap up the Spirit Temple. What is your reward for coming all the way here other than obtaining a useless companion? Well, you get a huge update to the story. You're shown this absolutely stunning cutscene that depicts Rauru sacrificing himself to stop Ganondorf so that Link can face him once and for all. Usually at the end of all the other dungeons, you get these ultra-similar cutscenes where sages of the past explain to your companions and soon-to-be new sages what had transpired. But there's only so many times I can hear
Demon King. Secret Stone. Demon King. Secret Stone.
Secret Stone. Demon King. Psycho Mantis. So it was really nice to get to the end of the Spirit Temple and get a pretty substantial uplifting conclusion to the outcome of the imprisoning war. Oh wait, back up. We haven't even talked about the story at all. I can tell you right now, it's way more impactful and well written than Breath of the Wild, but it will only make sense if we go back to the beginning. As the game opens up, we're shown the story scene that started it all. The bit from the first teaser trailer where Link and Zelda are exploring below Hyrule Castle. I'm already excited. It seems like they're actually going to try and give us a decent story this time around. We explore further and further, learning
Why hide
the
his
Demon
chest
King, the
here?
Zonai, and the imprisonment.
Should have made it
A
visible
part that I'm
from
almost 100%
the sides.
sure isn't the same one mentioned in A Link to the Past. As
So
we
you
go
would
further and further
know.
down,
That sounds
the music is
interesting.
building higher and louder as we see him, the Demon King Ganondorf. The secret stone holding him back with balls, and Zelda picks it up. The seal has been broken, and he is given life again. He attacks Zelda and Link, shattering the Master Sword in the process.
It's
Ganondorf
useless.
launches Hyrule Castle into the sky,
Why?
causing chasms to form and sky islands to plummet. This event becomes known as the Upheaval.
Maybe if it was like
Zelda,
almighty
unable to
damage.
balance, falls into a hole. Link
But no.
injured, jumps after Zelda. She is just out of reach, and Link fails to grab her. Zelda mysteriously disappears, and Link
I feel like
is
the
given a
limits should have been
hand
revamped
out of
as well,
the
because I'm pretty sure they're
mysterious
unchanged.
hand that was holding back Ganondorf. The hand grasps itself for Link to heal his injuries. In this hand just so happens to belong to a friendly Zonai named Rauru. This puts us at exactly the moment that you get to explore the game. But who is Rauru? Well, Zelda has managed to accidentally enhance her life powers and dormant time powers with the secret stone she obtained. Doing so at the exact moment she fell, launched her so far back in time that she landed in Hyrule during the time of its founding. And who's there to witness this extraordinary feat but the King and Queen of Hyrule, Rauru and Sonia, the ones who founded Hyrule. Queen Sonia and Goat Dad Rauru are just as bewildered as Zelda is as to how she got there in the first place. So they decide to ask Raru's sister and last remaining Zonai, Minoru. And I gotta say, I love all three of these characters so much. At first I was a little put off by a goat man, since that's a new one for Zelda, but these three are just so loving and kind, and I just want to give them all a big hug. Going back to the story, all of them desperately want to help Zelda in any way they can, but unfortunately, it's simply beyond anything they can do. The best that they can do is try to assist Zelda in learning her newfound time abilities in a hope of her getting good enough with them to send herself back home. It's here where we learn a little bit more about the Secret Stones. They had mentioned them earlier, but essentially the Zonai were a bunch of godlike beings that came to Hyrule and gifted them these Secret Stones.
Wow.
Secret Stones have the ability to amplify the user's already given talent. It doesn't give the user talent, and it also can't tell from good or evil. In that regard, it's pretty similar to the Triforce, except the Triforce has a great name, and the Secret Stones sound like they asked Billy from kindergarten to come up with a cool-sounding item in a video game. While Zelda is trying to figure out a way to go home, everyone from that time is having to deal with Matt Mercer, Died, meet Ganondorf, who, you guessed it, is doing a naughty and trying to take over Hyrule. He learns that he can get his hands on the Secret Stone to amplify his power in an attempt to take over Hyrule and hatches a plan. He sets out a fake Zelda to lure Sonia alone, and although she was very aware that that was not the real Zelda, she was still caught off guard, and Ganondorf murders her in cold blood, stealing her Secret Stone. Everyone mourns the loss of sweet, sweet Sonia, and prepares to go to war against Ganondorf. Rauru gives the remaining Secret Stones to 4 sages to help in combat against Ganondorf, and thus the imprisoning war begins. The war is long and fierce, and even though it's 7 against 1, Ganondorf is impossible to defeat. In an effort to temporarily stop Ganondorf, Rauru sacrifices himself in the most epic way possible, so that when the time comes, Link can finish off Ganondorf. And And there he lay, stuck down there, for thousands and thousands of years.
Oh,
A little bit before the Oracle's War, thanks to Link, the Master Sword was able to transcend time and make its way back to Zelda. Zelda, now in possession of the Master Sword, hatches a plan. First, she visits the sages of their respective region and informs them all of Link and asks for their passed-on help to the sages of Link's time. Second, she confides in Minoru her plan and asks for her help.
Forgot about the
Minoru doesn't
event.
agree with the last step
Yeah,
of her
what?
plan, but begrudgingly agrees, not seeing any other alternative. Minoru passes her soul onto the Pura Pad using her secret stone. This is so the Pura Pad can be kept in safekeeping and later passed on to Link when it reaches his time. Lastly, Zelda must repair the Master Sword. She doesn't have enough power, unless she does the unthinkable. Zelda swallows her secret stone. To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon, one blessed with eternal life. To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself. Zelda, at a complete loss, sacrifices her mind and body to become a dragon so that she can pass the Master Sword to Link in the present. A dragon, mind you, that has been in the game the entire time, and you had absolutely no idea that it was Zelda. Makes this part of the game even worse, honestly. Now that we have all the information we need, it's time to go pull the Master Sword in the most beautiful Master Sword pulling in any Zelda game, and then it's time to go mess up Ganondorf. In Breath of the Wild, the way they quote-unquote reward you for helping on the champions is by making the boss easy, which sucked. Instead, what they do here is first, the companions actually help you fight off an entire army's worth of enemies. Second, they hold back any boss rematch fight you would have had, similar to Breath of the Wild. And third, they actually have them come in and help with the final fight instead of the game just knocking off half the help. And what a final fight with Ganondorf this is. The build-up is intense, and the battle against his army is epic, and the actual fight against him is sinister, exciting, and so much fun. He works pretty similarly to how Phantom Ganons fight you, except he's got a few new moves and can pull out some different weapons at any time to switch out his style. And on top of him doing gloom damage to you, he can also perfect dodge you, just like you can to him. And I literally pogged when I saw him do that. It would have been pretty cool if he also flurry rushed you, but that might have been a step too much. After the first phase of your battle against him, he levels up, and when I say level up, I mean he gets so much health! Oh my gosh! It's like they heard me complaining about them taking away the health of Breath of the Wild, so they just took it, brought it into this game, and went, whoop! Not only does he have a ton of health, but he also gets a whole gang of Phantom Ganons to help him. But never fear, your companions are here to help fight them off while you focus on Ganondorf. Everything is going pretty good until you reach the halfway point, and he gets super mad. He casts your friends away, and now it's time for a one-on-one battle. Except this time, his attacks will permanently decrease your heart containers. What? I love this! This is such a great idea! I kinda wish I wasn't so powered up though when I did this, because when I was fighting him, it wasn't that scary because I had so many hearts. But either way, this fight is fantastic from beginning to end. But it's not over yet. Ganondorf won't go down that easily, and he decides to do something that I should have expected, but I certainly wasn't ready for. He swallows his secret stone. Ganondorf explodes in a burst of rage and turns into a dragon, launching you into the sky. But how are you going to fight him while he's in this form? Here comes Zelda, ready to help you take down Ganondorf once for all in a dragon-on-dragon battle. This fight is definitely more show than an actual challenge, but it's just too epic and perfect for me to care about the difficulty at this point. I'm flying through the sky with Dragon Zelda with my heart racing and the music blaring. I'm too excited! You wound Ganondorf little by little, and with a final push of the Master Sword, you impale his secret stone and vanquish the evil and wicked Demon King, Ganon. Ganondorf has been destroyed. In that instance, your hand starts to glow and you see before you the spirit of Sonia and Robert. They've come to assist you one last time. Channeling their abilities through Link, they are able to finally turn Zelda back to how she used to be. Link awakes to a familiar scene. He's falling and Zelda is just out of reach. You dive down faster and faster, and finally, after all this time, you finally catch Zelda. You have found Princess Zelda. I love this story. It's so beautiful and epic, and I'm so glad that you can tell they actually put a lot of effort into telling a wonderful story. But you can literally ruin it at every single step of the way. First, there's the memories, which yet again can be viewed in any random order that you find them in. I mentioned in the bitpicking video that there is an order, and you can see it in the cave where you get this quest. But do you honestly think that anyone is going to notice that, or take the time to mark them down and watch them in the order unless someone told them? You know what order I saw them in before someone told me?
My favorite Sonia.
Yeah, pretty cool, right? I found out she died on literally the second memory I saw. Personally feel like this is a super easy fix. Just have the memories play in order as you get them. That's it. That's
I
all
don't
you
get
have
why
to
people
do. You'd have to
call
come
it
up
a
with a better way
criticism
to find them,
that
but
you
if
can
just do it
view
like
them out of
that,
order.
you will be able to see the beautiful story you crafted.
People
as
didn't
it's
like that you could view the stories in any
That's not
the
the
story in
only
Breath of the Wild in
thing.
any
You can
order.
also get the Master Sword
By
movie,
making the
which
story be
completely destroys
viewable in
the
any
emotional
context.
impact of Zelda's
So they made the
sacrifice.
story
You
here
can just be like, oh,
context
cool,
sensitive,
new
but you
dragon,
can
I'm
still
gonna
view
fly
them in
up
any
to it.
order.
Why is the Master
And now
Sword
people
here?
hate it.
That's Zelda?
And I'm like,
Shock
dude,
is
that's like
there,
part of the
sure,
fun
but
part.
the
Like,
emotional
you want to
weight
see
of
the build up if you
finding out what
skip
she's going to
forward.
do
And when
why
you get
is
things in
so much
order,
better than
it's
you
cool to see the
literally getting spoiled
continuation.
by just playing the
I
game.
know.
The same goes for
Maybe that's
Mineru
just
and
me.
the Spirit Temple.
And I know,
Because you
I'm-
can just stumble
this
upon the
comes from
dungeon,
the guy that
also
hates
means you
spoilers.
can stumble upon Mineru and her awesome cutscene explaining the imprisoning lore without context of who she is or why she just helped. Listen, Zelda fans and players alike, I think this is going to slowly poison everyone's taste for these games. A large majority of the Zelda fans were crying after Skyward Sword for something that wasn't linear. Nintendo heard you and answered the call by delivering the most non-linear game they could possibly make without causing traditional Zelda fans to riot. But the game was non-linear to a fault. Its Zelda image was a bit mucky, so they polished it up, and this is the game we got. A game with a much clearer image of what remains of the Zelda formula, while leaving in all the
Yeah, this is definitely the
non-linear
last
bits that
floor
were
for
plagued in
getting
Breath of
all
the Wild.
of
And
the
here's the thing,
farming
if you're
types,
like me, and you
harvesting.
want more of that Zelda goodness to shine
Whatever.
through, it's not gonna happen. Breath of the Wild sold 32 million copies, and as of the writing of this video, Tears of the Kingdom has sold 18 million copies. That's a little more than 30% of the sales made on the entire Zelda franchise. That includes all other 17 main games and their remakes. Nintendo is not changing courses, and Eiji Aonuma even said so himself in an interview with Game Informer. Quote, yeah, I think it's correct to say that it, Breath of the Wild, has created a new kind of format for the series to proceed from. I think that's a really important point. Even if a game like Breath of the Wild has really big changes in it, fans and the players are able to feel that this is a Zelda game at its core when they play the game. That is something that is really important for us with meeting fans' expectations. And I don't think he's inherently wrong about it being a Zelda game at its core. It is. I still love this game to death, but just like any other game, if I see an issue that really bothers me, I feel the need to bring it up so that it's addressed in the future. And out of anything, I fully believe that these types of games need just a touch more linearity. The Lightning Temple is a
Dang it.
great start for linearity in a non-linear game, and I don't think I'm the only one who agrees that it's the best dungeon in the entire game. Open world games are starting to become more and more common, and with that, game developers can either choose to ride the wave or get innovative and create something new entirely. And if there's anything I can count on when it comes to Nintendo, it's breaking the norm and trying something new. My hope is that through Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, that they are learning more and more and are sculpting what would soon be the most perfect video game of all time. Breath of the Wild was already really good to a lot of people, but I'm really proud of the team behind
Yeah,
Zelda
B3
for
counter
noticing
attacks you
problems
for
and
every
addressing them in
hit.
Tears of the Kingdom. Now, let's step that up a notch. Do it again, please, because even after 250 hours of gameplay, I need more Zelda. I think I'm definitely satisfied with how I feel about this game. After making this video and playing it so much, I think it's safe to say that I prefer the original Zelda formula, but they're so close to winning me over because this game is a gem, and I will love it forever. However, after this long video, it's time to make an adjustment. That's right, I can no longer, in good conscience, leave this game in the #1 spot on my ranking. So I'm gonna have to move it down. Not far though, I'm only moving it down to 4, and it's still easily an S tier game. It's gonna take quite a lot for a game to surpass my top 3. And you can check out that ranking list in full, as well as any of my other socials, by clicking the link in the description. Also, huge thanks to everyone in my Discord for submitting a video for the bit halfway through the video. And if you want to join us in something like that in the future, hop on over to the Discord server and come hang out with us. I swear we're not all Zelda nerds. And last order of business, if you like this video and you want more, please do me the biggest favor and subscribe and comment so I can feel like I didn't just totally waste my time for making the longest video ever about just one game. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video.
You guys are
and I
ruining
hope
the
you continue
sunset.
to have a chill day.
It says accuracy increase, but does that actually does prevent order actually increase accuracy? Idiot. Holy shit, that was still a lot of damage. What? That was buggy? That actually jump scared the shit out of me. Aphrodite's Jabber. Right, when will I get Adn Hello? Yes! I'm gonna be spamming the shit out of that move, that's for sure. Oh boy. Nice. So that can still activate even after killing an enemy. Swashbuckler. Boom! Oh yeah. Yes! Hello. Might want to try this again. Based on the target's attack. I'll focus fire on this guy first. Nice. Wonder. The fuck? Excuse me? Okay. Oh, I thought this was another one of them Invisirooms. Ooh, look at this variety. Nice. Nice. Jeez. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, V3's whack. Dun, 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 dun. There's no shortcut to get out of the first invisible maze section. How annoying. A shield called Hoplon? Ooh, a claymore. Let me try doing the quest. Do we have any info on those? Mistletoe, mistletoe, mistletoe.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sport. Here's the pickup. Which, we're gonna be scouting up today, because there is, well, a few things to everything on our map. We're pretty close to 100%, 82%.
Oh, from this quest.
Just a few more caves,
Yikes.
more quests. Still a decent bit of armor upgrade, and a lot of lightning performance, but One of
Alright.
the spots I want to check out was here because I pinned a potential cave location, like some story trees, and well, right before the stream, I don't want to do anything else but you around the area and well, it was like right here, just took itself off, and that's all that. So I don't know anything else beyond that. I didn't know caves could be in the same like that. Just how far this to do. So first time in the area, I just kind of.
I think this team will do.
So we still have to check out the beach and kind of any gaps in our map. So, and welcome everyone. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. And,
Yeah, I'll go
Still the,
do more of the ocean quest. Why not after this?
so, I guess we'll see how this will go. I honestly did not expect that, so, it doesn't seem to be a way up. Besides, obviously, leaving, so. Just for a gentle sense. Look. Wait a second, wasn't it the Eagle one? Or did we not have that? It was like the Torlin one, but maybe not. What did we do? What? You guys were always actually so nice. This is the cool. I'd rather be cool right now. Oh, we're safe. We're done. Yeah! Giga Technology is the world's greatest. That's one way to do it. Oh, the map got torched. Nice. Upper Beach. Let's get all the way. This would be quite horrible for you. Well, I just can't shut off my thing. Oh. This could actually be dangerous. I should be followed soon. We did.
Actually, I do need Mara.
For you. Oh, no, falls fast. That's fine. That's not fine. We got charge attack stamina. Not helpful when they're here. That's good. Slice of life. Wanna go to that bomb?
One more Nagaraya.
The answer
So
is no.
this is the last pack.
I can't for you. Oh, here. Because one thing I'm not good at. Okay. What? Well, I really like my big orange sword, but you really only see the handle. Yeah, we love violence. I agree with that. Anyone know what happened here? Last stage is build old map. It can be hard because even with it appears in like heroes account, like find where you haven't seen stuff, you're comparing it to like a guide. It's always possible that you like just walk your bird chest on like your heroes account and you accidentally let it go. So in my case, yeah, there was times where I was like close to like a mini boss. Made out but like that Hinox I have those symbols for Hinox that I don't think so I can obviously a little runner. Yeah, sometimes they're just really close to hit like but it's a lot harder to chest. I've been tased before. I'm glad that I haven't. So with that awful drop, I feel like it's a flint. Very small one, but very neat one. Now, 8 more. See, I'm missing exactly 3 firearm pieces. Timer's bandana. I'm missing Phantom. Yep. Phantom helmet. And I'm also missing, I think one of the rubber pieces. Rubber legs, maybe? Yeah, rubber legs. So because that upwards against this one, there's usually not a theme, but I think it's Timer's bandana. It's not its rubber legs. I don't know, it's kind of I was very wrong. Okay. Well, that's like one of my favorite stuff from Breath of the Wild. Less overall armor points, but I think it's the coolest access. You can't upgrade it. Wow. First time in Tears I actually am wearing full Phantom. I associate this one's stolen from Breath of the Wild, so like all the other armor, like it's kinda in this game, but
Come on, I thought you guys knew how to heal.
armors that I heavily associate with the last game. Got much of.
Unless the one that died was the healer.
Okay. 8 more caves left to find. Still must find 2 and more ads inside.
This is going horribly.
Eligible 100% is Korok. Since it counts everything as an equal percentage, we'll see if Breath of the Wild is over half. But this game it's less than that, because there's 900 that come with that. So although 1,000 seeds, 100 of them are just the travel ones, come from the same map icon. Does that mean you unlock them back?
No!
Same. Part of the percent count.
Just kill me.
All shrines, all light ruts, all like rulers and whatnot, which is gonna be beautiful. So like Giant's Forest, Giant's Grove, mines, all the bridges too. That's a big one. So I feel like Korok's maybe equate to like 30% of this game. I could be wrong. I'm sure Google search could throw that up. Amber lets you need to upgrade stuff. True, but 600 of them? Maybe not. You know, I just haven't sold them because it's like, for 10 a piece, it's like, I don't know. Of course I can sell them, but it's like, it's cooler just to have a bunch of them. Wish the Master did more damage. I'm fine that it's balanced because, you know, I think grinding's awesome. Because even in Breath of the Wild, once you do Master Trials, you basically always just use the Master Sword unless you're just, well, a 10-minute recharge window. So it's a bit more variety. It's like, it's not, okay. Garakuda's ruined stealth, so hopefully thank you for not screeching at me first. Your reward? 3 arrows. If you only want to take them. Good job. Bye. Use one weapon. Hey. Trying to push him off a bit, but I did not make these, so I miss being able to do that. Oh. Not even my life. I'm instant shock for or just miss me entirely. We got all paragon fabrics. I'm very close. You guys still like the Addison one left, and then a few evil ones. We'll do those soon. We get 3 point link. Which armor set is that? Maybe all the dragon ones, apparently. Ow. Who do you think you are? Go, your leader. You're just a bunch of dudes. Oh. You're doing pretty good for yourself. What? See how shocking finds this. Do we have a 5-shot? Oh, we do! Just for your culture. That does pretty good. It broke the crates too. In a one-shot silver goblin. Okay. I've been liking using the gems more. I mean, I shouldn't. They're expensive. They are fun. And the cow tears in the kingdom. Oh, I still remember that one.
Maybe I should have just brought Teosra.
Yeah. We should buy gold enemies, master mode. I know DLC isn't not confirmed, but master mode would be the one cool one.
No, 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 no.
Ew.
This is fine.
Hold on. Well, that was... Oh. Okay. I'm really liking this lightning health. I mean, obviously it's the same as like other health. I'm using it more, especially since we just finished the Eager one. So, we've been sharing that every day. We finished it yesterday, actually. So, Saturdays we just finished on Twitch. I think everyone was there. We got quite a good video out of this stuff. I know the Eager stuff's on my mind a lot. But we'll be adding that into the video. So, no, it was a total blast. So. My favorite spots are Tears of the Kingdom. Here's the Aracuda. Honestly, that's an underrated pick. It's like, I like how, kind of like a complex assist enemy now. You can pick up like archers, and, just terrorize you. So. I just think it's neat. They're very encouraged. Hi. What's up? Still kept the Lizzo Hill. You do that. I have this weapon only because it calls long throw. Nice. And I don't use the only weapon anymore. Way beyond that. Shooting hill hot. Okay, let's rebuff. Rebuff is helpful. Charge it up so it does more damage. Okay. Yep. The longer you charge, the more damage it does. Flips on enemies. You have one, we're good luck. You went up screen. Yeah, this base set only does 10 damage, but it charges in increments of 10 beyond that. Hang on time. I don't know what the max is, but I've gotten a 30 damage hit before. Looks like this guy's got about 20 health left. What else stacks with my backup butt? Bye bye. Quick charge over the shoulder. Yeah, I believe it's like increments of 10, so. The base is like 10, and more charge will be 20, and more will be 30. Alright. The champion. It's great. There you go. Just the champion. Clink in his prime. We have to be at full heart. Oh, back. This is the real champion. So. I think we look the best. Okay, one more. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. I thought I was nice here before. We just scouted it out.
Oh, come on. Why do you have merciful heal?
Like the same
You
moves
stupid
as
idiot.
So. See, there's like a
No, and it's so fucking good too.
there's Talus there, and then the Hinox there. We made the dog house this one. They're pretty fun guys. And yeah. Typically don't get much good things from the dog house, but we need for our other stuff. So they're free. They're all guys. But on the hair tie, I almost never use it because honestly, I like the hair down so much. I think it's a good style. And honestly, like, for me, the repeat armor hairstyle, like my biggest gripe actually is the earrings. Because like, it would be cool to have them with long hair, but it just uses the rough blood model. So it's like, it's a bit of a shame. Like, if I get new hair, I hope that this would be just the earrings and not earrings and hair tie. That's why I didn't bother buying them all.
There you go.
Do that, you know. See how? White pants. No, this is true. I've never created a logo, but... Let me make up 10 other decisions. See, now we're looking normal. Like, just as I remember. Just look at our map. Yeah. We'll just have your burrito companion. But... Right, there you are. Or wait, we should actually do this. There you go. You just gotta feed one. There might be some stat increase if you do a little bit more. A second. Is that 3 separate beetles on the same tree? It is. I've never seen that before. It's rare event I have to change. Just one jump to get all 3. That's a sight I've never seen. What happened with that? It's actually a good area just to farm beetles. I think you need it for stuff, right? Armor upgrades? At least the yellow ones you do. You know, beetles can be more annoying. Yeah, jungle reasons like the costume. Not just saying, but creating gardens. I'm eating bananas. Skull bananas.
Really? I actually already knew that.
Rather one big one. Even fishy. Slow launchers. Leave it to it. Get over that style. We can go across, get the Talus. Try going around, seeing what's there. See what's there. What's there. So we take the bridge up. back on our. With that's sort of the last jungle. Came near the stable. You really missed a cave. Well, of course I missed a few caves, but I could try to find the cherry. Well, the cherry blossom's actually here.
For a report. Whoa!
Or try finding these guns. Okay.
The pink birds.
They only started using the cherry blossoms really recently. Like, actually trying to find the rest of this stuff.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Bad day to be a first day adventurer in this place right now.
What is my favorite dragon other than the light dragon? Well, if you ask me in Breath of the Wild, I won't have a concrete answer. But now, since the dragons have like their appropriate armors and whatnot, well, it's also major because I really like the frostbite armor because it's simple enough to pop them. So they just gotta be my favorite for that reason now. Objectively, ice is the best stuff. Good place.
Unfortunately, since the counter is based on tech, it's not a lot of damage.
Yeah, out of the new armors, what is...
I think I made a mistake.
Because I feel like that
Getting
is
that skill.
I just also really...
Too much of a bother to reset now, so I'm just gonna have to live with the mistake.
If I were to think,
It's far more efficient that
because
way.
obviously very fun. Goofy stuff, but especially the headpiece thing. So those are all amongst my favorites. Another one's just still really cool though. Even just like the individual fight. Also just archaic stuff like that is a really cool one. You know, it's like the base stuff now, but I was comparing this game's base art stuff to Breath of the Wild. It's just one of my favorite stuff. I would see what this is about, because I never used it before. Oh my god. Oh, this is super jank. I know I've been using what it feels. Man.
Yeah, I missed this song.
Hey. Mission isn't over yet. Oh, okay. This is the act like that. Okay. I kind of see why I never used this. Like,
The song starts really weak, but once it kicks off, my gosh, does it kick off.
and last longer. Pretty sure this point Dragon
No, it looks like we're powerful. I don't remember large bills being that strong.
Yeah, right.
I should be able to just one-shot them.
Now we'll carelessly.
Hey, go do your thing somewhere else. This is inappropriate. Extremely inappropriate.
Jesus. Okay.
Afraid I'm gonna have to let you guys.
Soldier settle
I'm
up.
gonna have to make
We're
you guys
recording
go
well, so
now.
yeah, I dig Soldier. Underrated. Where's my camera weapon? There it is. What else is a camera weapon? I gotta see it. It's a rare. AK 3 diamond. Nope. Not like that. Go forever. Oh,
Ooh.
like that. Let's just anything hammer. Fine. Why is everything breaking now? Doesn't go. Go. Doesn't matter. Hello. Wait, where she is. Okay, hammer weapons deal it's either 20 or 25% more damage against houses. Don't quite know. Throw this. Block throwing weapon. Anything else I can add for it? Not really. So damage here. That's all for my medals of honor. Strong first man. There used to be an enemy camp here. The Goblin camp should have water easily.
I have a terrible feeling.
But also speaking of armors, yeah, dragon stuff, especially the frostbite. For new ones, you like skydiving one? Yes. Okay. I like the wingsuit look a lot. So I think it actually, yeah, in terms of utility, it might be one of the best armors. Whereas like the frostbite one, for example, it looks cool, but yeah, you always have to have the
Nice.
full resistance element. Oh. You want to go to fire, you can. Create a nice diversion.
That was wacky.
Chop chop. Out of the flurry. That was really hasty. What's that? Okay. Do like power attacks though, so. Oh, up there. On pedestal. Cool. One of these days we'll get another Lizard kill. Never seem to get it done. It's also nice. There's also like a little beacon for your vehicles. Step over our weapons, pre-drop them because it made the game too easy. Yeah, late game definitely does have that, where you definitely have to self-limit, and that's the thing. I think true for both games, especially too. This hand up well. So Maximals do typically fix that. But yeah, also it's like, yeah, self-limiting is just... For me, I don't drop them though, I just kinda purposely not use them for everything. Like, I always have this, but I rarely use it. It's like when, I don't know, randomly get jumped by a black Kainon, you know, take that back. This is such a... This is the car of all time. Talk about armors, you like wearing Frostbite chest piece, and the charge pants both dyed white. I didn't really try doing too much with dyes in the Tears armors, so I was just trying to get used to this. Looks and everything. But, wait, I'll have to at some point. I dyed the Froggy armor green because it's like Froggy. That was kind of funny. We have, yeah. I don't know why the head's white. I think it's because I dyed it before I got the head. Just got everything white. Just change it a little bit. But I'll have to experiment, but especially these, like,
I need you alive, I need your XP.
here, like, this thing, I know people can dye that. You want to change the Link's hair style and color. There's certainly a way to do it.
Good.
We're not fancy. See? But yeah, this style might be cool. I just like the pants a lot. You're doing that. So both of these dynamite would be kind of cool. Yeah, especially this dragon stuff having a very like rustic kind of ancient aesthetic.
birds are gone.
Rear cargo. So, get in there. New form of torture is just getting your head scraped against. Or you're just looking at the tire, actually. You're still safe. Yeah. I don't know why the Ego made this thing. Big tip. Under cargo and over cargo. You know most over cargo.
There you go.
Get 'em
Now I
free.
need family
Or
swarm.
vice versa. Get fishies. No.
I think I'll give all the XP to B3.
This is awful. As long as you don't disassemble my vehicle. Hey, more seeds we can't use.
Nice, we're an inspiration now.
Top pieces. That'd be kind of cool. Okay. Here.
Well, not really. As he said, I'm kind of encouraging people to commit suicide, but with extra steps. But
Now. Oh, it's a construct base now. I was wondering, yeah, because those things used to be there. It was like the biggest Pogo enemy camps in the game. Oh, that's so cool. They took it over and added their own watchtowers. I really like that, actually. It's just little.
I just remembered. Napier talks about her having a sister who has some sort of sickness. So, now that we know who her sister is, it's safe to we know that she was lying about the sickness part. But she apparently did indeed have a sister, so...
We're gonna swap the wheels for better parts. Oh, that wheel can stay if they need it. You know, just for the balance. That. Cannon. And that. We'll be the ship's captain. Today, another pirate adventure. Oh! Concert time with the fan. Span away. Water hazards we're after.
Bruh.
Don't be too heavy. Right. I present. Not that tool. The One Piece. You know what can't reach you? That can. Oh. There's not a backwards option. I'm glad that didn't fail. By fail, I mean blow me up. Get up! Yeah, no! We're just not good at this.
Wasn't that great. Oh well.
Oh, it blew. Really wish you could reverse it. I mean, that doesn't make sense. But I just would have thought that I had 3 full control over it. I don't think this is going to go any different. As I'm struggling with it. Get him, cannon. There we go. Take it for a swim. Oh, okay. So, like, don't hit him after that.
Explore at night.
That's the way to do it. The One Piece is real.
You know what? I think my thing is ready.
It's our treasure. to Pure Zone Genius. There we go. Okay, now it's actually.
Oh, no, wait.
Okay. It is. Get up! Direct shot! Not with that man.
I knew I was forgetting something. As usual, using a walkthrough. I feel like I mean, yeah, there's still about half of the North Ocean to do, but I feel like I am almost done with this, since if I'm almost done with the base game, then I'm definitely almost done with this as well. Simple logic, yeah? Next location is Tower Victory. With the salted meat, steel plating, iron naval ram, so we needed both of the sailing types, and of course the foremast. From the third foothold. West 4. South 10. 2. Bruh. Guess I'm going fishing. Damn it. Well, that was a thing. Alright, that's a minor inconvenience at most. Let's continue. West 4, South 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. West 4, 2, 4, South 1. Hold on. West 4. Oops. Fish claw. Those are drugs, aren't they? I got drugs. South 2. West 2. North 2. West 4. I can see the top. From there, west 3. Oh, I made it. Alright, I can wait. Nice. Whoa. So it's a direct upgrade to the 4 mass, which is +2 instead of +1. Wacky. And then I got drugs, right? Okay. I don't know why, but I don't know why I thought that was something I could actually... Let's keep going, why not? I just need salted meat and Latin sail. Nah, I'm not really struggling for, but there might be some reefs and stuff that you're supposed to run over, so. I'll bring the Culver in just in case I decide to hunt some pirates. Ah, starting off from Armor Road, eh? Oh, we're finally going there! I know where we're going. Three. West 5. 3. 5. North 3. West 3. South to Current. South 6, 3, 6. West 6, 3, 6. South to island. West 3. North 3. South 3. North 15. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. East 3. South 2. West 1. Oh yeah, baby! Ooh. 28 for 500. Apparently I can return here for a quest. So the whole backtracking is probably to avoid this ship. Sauerkraut. In my case, Shang Yu. Steel plating. I'll take it. Huh. Was that not it? I'm supposed to get way more. Can I try again? Whatever. Almost out of time. Let me just... I'll do one of the quests. Level 52. Yeah, I don't think I'm ready for that. And let me just set sail to the next trade city of Aiaya. If you put in R and C there, that'd become my favorite rhythm game. Trade City of Archaea. Salted meat. West 3, North 3, West 2, South 6, East 6, North 1, East 1. West 6, North 3, West 2, South 6, East 6. Wait, what? Okay. West 3, North 3, West 2, South 6, East 6, North 1, East 1, West 6, North 3, West 3, South 3, West 3, North 3, West to Island. I've made it to the island. South 3. West 6. Very good. It's a big chunk of land. Oh. The Crusher. I need Cacao, which is in 6E. This island. Alright, I'm gonna end things there. Feeling rather sleepy already.